Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Aztec. So Aztec is a 3 to 6 player game from Madigo Games. It came out, the copyright says 2019. I feel like I only just saw it in the last few months, so it may just be the Living in Australia thing, but that's okay. Aztec is, in essence, a party game, but not really a party game. Like, it plays to 6 players, which is great. It's that social deduction kind of idea that I've got quite a few games that use this deduction theory or technique within their games to enable the game to move forward. So in essence, what you're doing in this game is everyone's going into a pyramid or a something, an Aztec something, to get some gems, but there's also cursed gems involved. You have 5 cards that are face down. You're looking at the top one and then placing back down. Then placing on the back of that card the gems that are on that card. Or you're lying about the gems that are on that card. And that's really the deduction bit. Everyone then needs to choose one other player at the table and say if they are lying or say if they are telling the truth. So that's by putting down a little marker in front of them. So there are 3 possible actions at that point. So when you then go in turn order. So everyone does all this stuff at the same time. You then go in turn order. If you're telling the truth, you get the tokens that are on the card. You get to get rid of your cursed gems to anyone who thought you were telling a lie. You get to, I believe you get to get an extra card, that's actually a worthwhile thing to do, is get those extra cards. They kind of push you towards different things and can give you different benefits and actually give you extra points as we get towards the end of the game or at the end of the game, depending on what combinations of gems you have. Anyone who said you were lying will get cursed gems. Anyone who said you were telling the truth will probably get a card as well. I think most of the time, if people are saying if people are getting those cards, they need to be 2 of them saying the same thing for them to get the cards. So just that's something to bear in mind, that you want to kind of go, oh, that person thinks they're telling the truth, I'll tell the truth as well, and so we'll both get them. But if you're both wrong, you're both going to get cursed gems. So just that's a bear it in mind kind of thing. If you're telling a lie and people say you're telling the truth, the people who said that you're telling the truth, they'll get cursed gems, and you'll get to hang on to whatever gems you lied about. If they said that you were lying and you were lying, then they get the benefit. You get a cursed gem off them. There's ins and outs of that, and that all sounds a little bit awkward and kind of And what I found is whenever I'm playing it, I've had to have the rule sheet next to me so that I can look at those 3 things. Okay, this is what happens next. This is what happens next. Just to make sure that stuff works. I believe there are some little cards that probably have that information on there. Part of my psychology is I tend to just keep the rules on me, and that's just me. I believe those cards actually give this is what happens when thing. But that's in essence what's happening. Then whoever has the most of each of the 3 gem types, because there's 3 different colored gems, whoever has the most of each gem type will then take the cursed gems that are on the back of a card that's sitting there. Usually it's only 1, but if there's equals for the most, no one takes them, which means that cursed gem will ride over into the next turn. And so whoever has the most at the end of the next turn, they will take 2 gems in rather than 1. And what are those cursed gems doing? They have negative value on them. So if you have from 1 to 3, it's kind of negative 2 points. If you have another 1 to 3 on top of those 3, it's negative 5 points. I can't remember what the top one is, but it's working as negative points for you to have those cursed gems in. So what you're actually trying to do is find a balance of points off the colored gems that you're pulling in. So everyone will get 2 points for a combination of all 3 colored gems. Then each of the cards has different combinations of 2 gems that you're going to get points for. So every combination of those 2 gems, you'll get a point for. But then there's also those cards, those artifact cards, that can give other points. If you're really working hard and you've happened to be really lucky, you'll probably pick up a card that actually is the same as the bottom of your tableau. And so you've doubled the points that you're getting off just that one thing. It's all stuff that you can think about and that'll push you towards different aspects. When I played this game, I did neglect the whoever has the most of each color cursed gem thing. I didn't quite get that, and I got to them, it's like, what's happening with those cursed gems? I don't understand. But that's worked out, and I've got it right in the Gamesplay and Gamesplanation, so that's fine. The game sits quite nicely on the table. It plays relatively easily. Obviously, there's the what happens when I'm telling the truth, they're telling I'm lying, that thing. There's a lot of that, and just kind of keeping that moving forward throughout the game. But within the way the game plays, it actually plays really well and really easily. I think this is one of those games that I'm going to keep in my bag, and whenever I've got a certain number of players and while I play a social deduction type game, I think I'll pull this one out. I think this is actually quite a good game for where it sits, because it uses the social deduction thing without having to have the spies and the not spies, and open your eyes and close you don't have any of that stuff. You're just playing your own game, and then you're thinking, is this person lying? Is this person not lying? And the better you know people, the better chance you'll have of knowing if they are or if they are not lying. Theoretically, I've had a player who generally won't lie, but because we were actually talking about her not lying, she just lied straight out on the first round, and no one picked her up on it because we're used to her not lying. And little things like that. There's a real manipulation within the game that you can do, that each player can do. And look, I think that's a really wonderful thing. I think it opens up the ability for you to change your mind how you're playing the game, or to go, okay, I've got these colored gems, I need these colored gems to get the points off this, so I'm going to get that. It doesn't matter what's on my card. Or, oh, look at the card helps me out, so I'll play what's on the card, but I'll try and make it look like I'm lying. There's little stuff that you can play around with that will help you manipulate your way forward with this game. So look, I think that's all I really have to say about Aztec. I'll leave it there. Please go ahead and watch my Gamesplay and Gamesplanation to get a feel for how the game actually plays. If you have any games that you would like to be gamesplayed, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.